Hello guys, this is George Bunjet with Murray State University, and today, as I promised, we'll discuss a little bit about installing Python for control systems. Especially, it could be useful for anything, but we'll focus on the toolboxes that are for control systems. So, in order to download Python, please open your browsers and go to download Python, and there, if you Google, type it Python download. As you can see here, this is the first one, which is for the place where they put the latest versions of Python. So of course there are different, as you can see, for Mac. I do recommend for Windows, for at least from my expertise, is that it works pretty good. So in this case, if I click for the Windows, you will see that it takes us for the latest, the stable releases for Windows, and in this case there are several of them. I didn't try yet 3.9. I did work a little bit before with 3.7. But it appears that it's part of the stable releases that 3.91 was released in December 7. So last year. So you can see that based on your system, we have two options, and I don't recommend necessarily to go with the largest packages, especially for the embeddable part. It's not for that. For Windows, it will be either 32 version installer or installer 64. So since this machine is a 64-bit, I will go with this one. So I'll click on it, and it's going to put it. In my case, it's I do have. It's good to know where you put it. So in my case, I have a folder in my documents that because I want to keep it. I call it kits, and Python is there. That's so you can see, and I can save it there. It will take a little bit until it saves, and then we will continue to go. And I would recommend right now, if you are going on the Windows, as you can see right here, you can type command, because we will need to install some toolboxes. So command prompt, so that's what we were opening there. So we leave it for now just to install it. So, and I didn't know, I forgot that it takes a little bit until it does install. So I do intend to use, as you can see, I intend to use in the command window to install what is a version of installing toolboxes for Python. It's with what we call it PIP, PIP, and this is the one that will use it. It's very simple and it works with the command window. Once we install Python, anything can be installed with PIP. Of course, there are some toolboxes that are not in the official version. They are having a little bit sometimes not the pip install way, but pip is, as you will see, very easily to install, and to do it we'll use the command prompt, and it's not hard for most for computer science engineers. This is pretty simple. For us mechanical and sometimes electrical engineers, this might be a little bit not tricky. It's just sometimes we are afraid of using the command prompt. That's all I have from what I have seen, but it's not something that it's difficult to use, especially for Python. I don't know for other software. So as we said, once it's installed, and I hope it did it, like we say here, then we go in the. It's good to know where you put it, so that's if you don't put it anywhere, it will go probably if the computer is not set in download. So go there and find it, and then once we have it, double click this executable. So you can see here that we have two options, and the reason I don't want to go with this one is that it will put somewhere where I'm not able to find it that easily. So I go with the this installation, and I will say here, as you guys can see, add Python to the path for the Windows path, and then I will go with the customized installation. I'll show you why. And you guys can see that we want to set, as we said, we want to install, and ideally in this case is the interact is the system that we will use to type our programs. So pip is the one that we said that we'll use it, so I'll click next. As you guys can see right now, it's that long path that was there, and I don't want to use that one, so I'll want to put the precompiled standard libraries there, so also the debugging symbols. If you would like to use this one, but that requires a Visual Studio that is 2017, so or later, but you need to have it because he's not going to install it there. So in this case, I want to put right in the root folder so I can easily find it. So you guys can see I kind of removed that. I still have to put the backslash, there. So so I want to put that right there. So, and I'll say install, and it will install it. So yes, pardon me, I said cancel. I did okay. I have to start it again. My apologies. I'll go through this again. Talking too much. All right. Yes. And it appears to me, for some reason, oh goodness, it appears to me that I need to go and talk with Dwayne about this, because it doesn't let me do it. So a new version of whatever I am seeing right now into the Windows, it doesn't let me continue to install everything. So you can see that I continue having this error, so I have to go talk with Dwayne to have administrator rights. So again, because for some reason over the winter break I got some update on the Windows that I forgot that I had the administrator rights on this computer, so I have to do that with Dwayne tomorrow. But suppose that you go there, as I said, and you install it already, then we go. And in this case, because I don't have the installation, I have an older version of Python 3.7, I will still go there. As you guys can see, I have to go into the folder. If you allow me, I want to show you what I'm talking about. So in this PC, under this local disk, you can see that I have several versions. Oh, I have even a 3.9. Oh, that was because I tried to install it right now. So, but you can see here I have an older version of 3.8 that I know for sure it's installed. And you guys see that I would like to go right here what's called scripts. So that's where I have to go, because in scripts you can see there is this function pip executable and pip. So that allows me to install toolboxes for control. So here I have to come and say cd change directory, in other words space. And because I am there in scripts, I can. There are two ways. Either the path where you just go there and say click on that and say Control C, and I'll go here and say Control V. So I'm putting it there and then go enter. So I'm in that folder right now. And in this case, I will say pip 3 or whatever, which one you want to. So in the say I'm going to use the pip. This is the older version before Python 3. So pip install and we say control, and it's gonna check for me online and is installing right. As you can see, I did not have installed the control toolbox on this computer, and it already did that. And now because we also need for system modeling, we need the symbolic toolbox, so we have which is called sympy. So again, we use the same pip install sympy, and you can see how easy it is to go, and it does that. It goes online and it does find the sympy and install it. So these are the main toolboxes that most of the semester we're going to use, and I hope this was helping for you guys to see and to use it. So I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope we will have a beautiful night today.